Hello everyone. In the last session, we discussed how to use prepared statement and statements for executing simple DML and DDL queries. Now we will see one unique one to execute procedures and functions. If you have your business logic under procedures or functions, right, in MySQL or in Oracle DB, using callable statements, you can call them, which means majority of the business logic if it is part of your database. I have database. I have database which is supporting, which it should support both PL SQL. If it is supporting PL SQL, okay, we can have the business logic. When it supports PL SQL, we can have business logic as part of it. Business logic we can add by using procedures and functions. They are nothing but your Java methods. Similar to Java methods, you can write PL SQL procedures or functions under procedure or a function. You can write your business logic. Sir, when I have my business logic as part of procedure or function, how my front end can interact with that business logic? I have UI here, sir. UI want to execute that business logic. So here we will use Java as a middle layer. In Java, using JDBC callable statement, JDBC callable statement, you can able to connect with the database business logic using JDBC callable statement. What you can do, you can connect with your database procedures and functions. Whatever procedures you have here, whatever procedure or function you have here in the database layer, you can call them and you can able to pass inputs to them and you can able to get output from them. Both you can able to do inputs you can pass and you can get output. So the required business logic you may have in your procedure or maybe in your function. You can call that procedure or function through callable statement and you can get the results here. Once you get the results, you can able to easily communicate with your front end. Front end may send some query to Java and Java can make a call to database procedure or function by using JDBC callable statement and you can able to execute them. Okay, let me show you in MySQL. Okay, the famous database for PL SQL is Oracle. You can do this in Oracle also. Okay, I'm going to show you in MySQL database. Okay, I'm going to show you in MySQL database. So step by step procedure I have given here. Okay, so first, what we need, you need a database. So let's have a database in your MySQL. Okay, and create a table. So already I have a table here. Okay, I have a table here. Let me create brand new table. Show databases. It will show all the databases which exist. Okay, so already I'm in a database. Okay, I'm using a database. Let me exit and reopen it. Okay, open MySQL command prompt. My password is root. Show databases. Already I have a database here. My test DB. I will use that one. I don't want to create new one. Okay, so now database is used. In this database, let me create a table. Okay, I'll create a table and business logic in my function itself. So this is the table. Create a table if not exist. If employee table not exist, then it will create. Enter. Okay, you can see query is okay. Table is created. Now insert a few fields into that. I'm insert into employee name, position, salary, height, values here. Okay, just copying them and inserting that data here. Just copy, insert, copied, enter. So query is okay. 4 rows affected means this 4 rows inserted. You can select the star from employee. Okay, I have 4 records. I have 4 records here. Now what to do next? Create a stored procedure. So this is the syntax. Delimiter, create procedure, get employee, procedure name, get all employees. And here is my business logic. The business logic is select all the employees using a procedure. Okay, so I'm calling this procedure and paste it here. Copy once again, paste it. Okay, for E is okay, which means your procedure is created. Now procedure is available. Let's run code from JDBC to call this procedure and see how we can able to get the output. So here is my Java logic. Let me copy this. Already we have MySQL project, right? Here. So choose any MySQL project which is having MySQL dependency. Okay. In POM file, we added MySQL driver, if you remember. So here this is OJDBC Oracle database. Okay. This is not suitable. Again, this is also Oracle. And the last project is in MySQL. Okay. So let's write code in this MySQL project. Let me close all of them. I'll create a class in this only. I'll create a class. Just copy paste. Employee class code copied and it is pasted here. Okay. Now our database name, change our database name to my test DB. Okay. Verify. Is it my test DB or something else? Our database name is my test DB only. Okay. So I connected with my test DB. Username is root and for us password also root. Okay. Now next step, loading the JDBC driver. This is the first thing that we do. When we load, it will connect with the driver manager. You know, driver manager dot register statement will execute. When you do that, driver manager dot register driver. Here, this class will be loaded. This class will be loaded here internally when you do that step. Okay. So your class got loaded, then you are connecting with your database. So here is your procedure name, get all employees. So you need to use call. You need to add the statement call, get all employees. Put it under flower brackets. Okay. Call, it is a keyword. Then your procedure name. No inputs to the procedure. Okay, just a simple procedure I used. In case if you want to use a procedure with in and out parameters also, you can create and you put that procedure here. Okay, my suggestion is if you want to create any new procedure, new tables, use chat gpt, generate a table and create a procedure with an in and out parameters, and ask JDBC code also. It will give you well logic you can copy paste here. Now, so I'm adding that procedure here in this connection dot prepare call. Instead of using prepared statement or statement, I'm using a prepare call. It will deliver you callable statement. Okay, and I'm giving my procedure here. So this callable statement variable belongs to callable statement. Okay, so the callable statement object you will get here. Once you get the callable statement, so what will happen, sir, when you call this callable statement dot execute query, you will get result set as usual. You know what will be available in the result set. Whatever this get all employees procedure is returning, right? That value will be available. So now if you check your procedure, what it is returning finally, if you see this procedure, okay? If you see this procedure is returning select star from employees, all these employees, it will be executing. It will be executing all these employees and it will return all that employees. Now, let's go back to your code and I'm expecting ID, name, position, salary, hire date, all these parameters are available in our record, right? If you verify your database table record, all these parameters are available, name, position, salary, hire date. So all these records I will be getting here. All these records I will be getting here when I execute it. And here this logic is for function. Time being, I'll comment it's okay. function logic, I'll comment it. Now just execute this logic and see, am I getting these variables? Am I getting this data from procedure or not? Run this, run as a Java application. I'm expecting this data. So let's finish it here. So execution is done. I can see here my data ID, name, and the department position, and the salary, hire date, whatever I have in the table, right? I'm getting all that parameters. Okay. Basically, this business logic not part of here. When you have huge business logic, if you see, if you execute it from Java layer, it is going to take a long time than executing in the database. So add your database as add your business logic into function or procedure. Okay, it will execute very faster because table and data everything will be available in the same database, right? It will execute faster than executing from the database. So finally, you are getting the data. That data we are displaying here. Hope this is clear, right? So we created a procedure and we given that procedure name here, and we are calling connection dot prepare call and giving our procedure name here. Finally, I'm getting callable statement calling execute query here. Okay, this is quite good. Now I'll comment this. I'll comment this. Okay, I'll comment this part and execute the same from the function. Okay, I'll execute the same from function. So just uncomment them and comment all these lines. Okay. Function we don't have. Let us create. Okay. This function is not available. Let us create. So here is the logic for function. Same delimiter. After delimiter, create function. Get employee name by ID. I'll give input employee ID here. Then this function will return me name back. So that is what we are returning here if you see. So declaring one variable employee name and selecting data name into this employee name here from this table where employee ID is given employee ID as part of this procedure. Let's create this procedure. Let's create this procedure in your MySQL database. So this one we need to add actually when you get this exception, right? Something we need to add here. Let me add that, okay? So let me use ChatGPT, ask for it. This error is expected only, okay? I wanted to show it to you. So you'll see a different syntax, okay? You'll be seeing a different syntax. Yeah, this one you need to add actually. Deterministic you need to add. Okay, let me copy this. Execute it one more time. So this function must be created. How I can see this function is whether created or not. You can see show functions, okay? Show function. There is a query that I'll show you. So function and your database name. It will show the just created function, okay? So function, our database name is my test underscore database. Just exit and come back. Root, use my test DB. So function in my test DB. Not created. Okay, not created properly. Here we need to add discriminator. Let me execute it one more time. Get the error and resolve it. So I'm just copying this error. So we'll ask add into this function. Okay. Okay. This approach it given. Let me try. Just copy this and replace it here. Execute it. Okay. Query is okay. So get employee by ID is created. Okay. Now go to code. Try to run this. So let me explain this to you. Okay. This is in parameter in this function, and every function will take, you can have in parameter or not. You can get the out parameter function. Okay. So this call get employee will take one in parameter and it will give one output to us. Okay. So I'm preparing a call and giving this function here and register out parameter. I'm telling that my out parameter type is varchar. We are expecting employee name na, from this one. So I attached the data type which I am expecting. Okay. And in parameter, I'm setting here the second parameter. This one is the second parameter, adding it as a in parameter. Second parameter is to ID is 2. Then I'm executing it. Once your execution is done, when I call callable statement dot get string, I'll be getting only one parameter now as the output employee name. So this employee name I will get here. I'm printing that here. So pretty much simple. Now run it, save this, run it. We'll be getting a employee name here. So finally this got executed. We can see we got the employee ID 2. It is Jane Smith. So if you want to change the employee ID, you can change. So if you want to get this one, Mike Johnson, change the input here. Change the input here. Employee ID is 3. So on employee ID 3, what name I have? On employee ID name, it is Mike Johnson. I'm getting it. So like this, you can able to implement a function. See, simple statements. This is for function. Okay, you can make a screenshot of it. Okay, this is for function. Step by step, I'll show you. Make screenshots of it and execute it. If DB is not exist, create a DB like this. Second step, create table like this. Third step, insert data like this. Then for procedure, create a procedure like this. Then next, create a function like this. Then next, this is your Java class. This is usual code only. URL, username, passwords, and three variables created connection, callable statement result set. And next, loading the driver. Next, getting the connection. Then preparing giving the procedure name. Then using connection.prepare call, passing procedure here, executing it, getting result set. Using result set, I am fetching the data. This is for procedure example. And for function, this is the code. Giving the function name, again preparing the call, this function name passing here, registering the out parameter which I am expecting as a output, and setting the input variable which need to be passed here. Finally executing it. In this scenario, we are not going to get result set because only one value we are expecting as a output. So that value I am getting here. Get string, getting the employee name and printing here. That's it. Hope this is clear. Okay, practice it. Thank you all.